Okay, guys, jumping right on in with a very inexpensive wreath. I have this red glitter Merry Christmas sign that I purchased from the Dollar Tree. And I also got this wreath form from the Dollar Tree. Now, this is an evergreen wreath, and as you can see, I'm taking out some garland ties. Now, I do want to let you guys know that I took about a bag of those garland ties and I added it to this wreath. That's why it is so full and luscious looking. Wreaths coming from the dollar store aren't usually this full looking. So I did add quite a few of garland ties to it, just, twisted them around the wreath frame, as if it were like a twist tie, something you would tie around a loaf of bread. So right now I'm just taking some of those garland ties and I am attaching the Merry Christmas sign to the evergreen wreath. As you can see, there's very, very small holes at the top of the Merry Christmas sign. So I am just going to push the garland tie through it and attach it to the wreath. Just since they're all made of wire, it's super easy to twist around and to fluff. And that is simply all that I did. Now, I made this wreath about 2 years ago, you guys, and it has held up ever since. It is super simple, it's super festive, it's cute, it's not overwhelming. And the Dollar Tree has quite a few variations of the Merry Christmas sign. So if red is not your color for that year, you could go with something like gold or white. But as you can see, you guys, this wreath has PCS with me through about 3 different states. And here it is, me showing you it on a couple of doors and decoration that I had, and it has held up very well. Moving on to the next, another wreath, you guys, from the dollar store. Well, made from dollar store products anyway. So as you can see, I have a few picks there, some white poinsettias, the glittery fern. That one pick I did get from Walmart, and that was 98 cents. So this eucalyptus leaf and branch that you all just saw was something that I purchased probably over a year ago for a farmhouse DIY, and had quite a bit left over. So what I'm going to do is just break it up into small pieces and insert it into the grapevine wreath that you see right there. I want to apologize for me being a little bit out of screen right now, but no worries, you guys. In about 30 seconds, I am going to correct that mistake. But what I'm doing is I'm just simply taking, as I told you, the eucalyptus leaves and the little bits of branches that I cut off of that vine, and I'm just inserting it into the branches and into the twine that is tied around this small wicker / grapevine wreath. So next, you guys, I am taking some of these frosted fern that of course I got from the Dollar Tree, and I cut them off of the stems, and I'm just using my hot glue in here to secure them. This is one of the wreaths that I made that I didn't mind being so permanent, since most of the products were only $1, and the total cost of it was under 10 bucks. I didn't mind it being permanent and me, maybe redoing something similar for another year. But as you can see, super self-explanatory, just taking some of this frosted fern and just arranging it so that the wreath will be balanced. So now I'm just going to take some of the white poinsettia flowers, and I cut those off of the branch as well. And I left probably about 1 or 2 inches so that I could twist it around the center of the wreath, as I'm showing you. There's probably about 2 to 3 inches that I left, and I'm just going to wrap it around itself just like that and put it in the middle of the wreath, so I don't have to use too much glue, and I can adjust it as I want to. And you guys, after I added just a couple of more picks, then it was all complete and finished and ready for me to hang. So on the year that I made this wreath, I had like a white country rustic theme, and I am so happy with the way it came out. I love the neutrals and the browns, and I feel like the eucalyptus leaves really gave it something extra. I am so happy with the way that this turned out. So next up, I'm going to be doing I guess you would call it a hang versus a wreath. Um, One of those wooden circles. I've seen them, all over Etsy, all over everywhere. They're in every store you can imagine for the holidays. But at the time, I did not have a wooden wreath. So what I did was I took a extra large circle from a pizza box, and I just added it to this foam board that you see me cutting out here slowly but surely. And that is how I made my round. So I'm just gonna pop this out here and smooth down the edges. And once I have done that, got all the edges all cleaned up and made it round and took that extra paper off, I'm just going to glue the cardboard and the wooden foam, sorry, not the wooden foam, just the foam board together. So now I'm just going to set these cans up there, and I let it dry for probably about 20 minutes. And I printed off this Merry Christmas letters just off of my printer, nothing fancy, nothing to transfer or anything of that nature. And I'm going to glue it down, and I'm also going to put a layer of Mod Podge on top of it just to kind of seal it into the foam board. This is a good alternative for anyone who doesn't have a Cricut or can't find vinyl letters the way that you would like. Just printing out something on white paper, if the background of your round is going to be white, and to Mod Podge it down is a really great way to go. So next, what I am going to do is take this contact paper, and I am going to cut some of it off to give the round a wood appearance. Now, this contact paper I picked up from Walmart, but you can definitely get contact paper from the dollar store. They definitely have the wood contact paper. Just anywhere where you get your craft supplies, it'll work out just fine. So as you can see, I have the round face down, and I put the contact paper on the top half of it, and I put some slits in it. Whenever I work with contact paper, whether it's a round surface or even anything that is square and flat, I always make slits inside the contact paper so that when I fold it over the edge, it'll be nice and neat, and it'll fold down at an angle versus trying to work with, you trying to smooth it down and it's still a huge square. So you guys, I did the same thing for the top. And what I also did was put a slit, inside the foam board all the way to the back through the cardboard so that I can insert the flowers in like so. So now I'm just gonna go in with some of the frosted picks that you see over there on the side, which I did purchase from Walmart for 98 cents. And I'm also gonna take some of those eucalyptus leaves that you see on the side as well, because I just wanted it to be a cohesive look that year that I did this white rustic theme. And I'm gonna put the eucalyptus leaves up there as well. So you guys are probably wondering what that twine was sitting there for, and this is what it was sitting there for me to just create a little hanger on the back. So I just cut a piece of twine that I thought would be adequate enough, to hang not too low, for it to flap around and not too short. And I am going to put a drop of hot glue up there. But what I'm going to do first is these little pads that I put on the bottom of my furniture. I got them from the Dollar Tree, and I just thought that would be a really great idea to secure them. The hot glue does just fine, but I thought, just a little bit extra would help it out. So I just took one of those little foot pads and I cut it in half. And since one part is sticky, I stuck it back there on the twine. So you guys, I'm really happy with how this came out. It cost me under $7 to make, and it is so cute, and it's just a really good and affordable alternative if you aren't able to purchase one of the large wooden rounds. So you guys, we are now going to do a traditional wreath, an evergreen one, and it's going to be in a whimsical theme. As you can see here, I have about 7 pieces of ribbon, and they are about 12 inches each, and they're folded in half. And I do have 2 different ribbons, 2 different designs, and I just wanted, the bow for the wreath to be interesting. So this is just a really simple way that I know how to do a bow without a lot of folding and twisting and turning. I just have my 7 pieces of ribbon here, as I said, with the design of each ribbon, in a pattern. And I'm just going to take this twist tie and I'm going to tie them all together as tightly as I possibly can. And then I am just going to fluff it and pull some to the left and pull some to the right so that you can see the variety of the ribbon that I have. I did dovetail the ends of the ribbon just for an extra whimsical and really cute touch. So you guys, now that the ribbon is done, I'm just going to show you how I assembled all the pieces for this wreath. I just laid them up there so that I could get a feel for where I want things positioned before I either glue them down or use my twist ties like I'm going to do on this wreath. Now, because I brought this evergreen wreath from Hobby Lobby and it was a little bit more expensive, than the Dollar Tree, I would like to use it again. So I will not be gluing or putting anything on it permanently. I'm going to be using twist ties as well as these pipe cleaners to secure everything. So let's get started with the products that I used. So my little gingerbread man there is a foam cutout from the Dollar Tree. you can get a pack of 12 for about $1. And all I did was just decorate him myself, you know, with some marker and a little bit of, you know, the little furry balls that come in red, green, and white around the holidays. So you guys, these picks I got from Hobby Lobby last year during the Christmas sale. They were about 40% off. The original price was probably about $4. So they were, you know, almost half price. And as I said, with this wreath, I do want to use it again, so I won't be securing anything permanently. I'm just using the green pipe cleaners to tie everything down. So I'm just speeding up the rest of this process for you so you can see the end. What else I used on this wreath will definitely be down in the description box, but it is an array of small ornaments that I just had left over from decorating my tree, as well as some of these peppermint looking ornaments that I got from Hobby Lobby in a pack of 6 for $12. So here it is, all complete, you guys. I was super happy with this wreath last year. My kids and my family wanted a whimsical and a fun theme, and I think I really delivered for them. You guys, this is the end of my video. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I hope you enjoyed all of the wreaths that I had, and I hope it gives you some inspiration for the upcoming season. I will see you in the next one. Bye.